Show you guys how to do a screen repair on a screen door, which are the most difficult ones that we do. Sometimes the screens are small, sometimes they're the size of the door. So the best way to show you guys is with the screen door. First thing that we're gonna do is take out the old mesh that is ripped and needs to be repaired and replaced by us. So I'm gonna show you really quick. All screens are put in with the mesh on the frame, and then there's spline that holds it in, that gets rolled in. So we already took the old mesh out of this one, but this is basically what's gonna happen when you're taking it out. There's this black rubber cord called spline that holds in the mesh, and that gets pulled out. So you wanna start at a corner and get it pulled out. Oftentimes you can reuse the spline that's already used on the frame. But we'll reuse the spline often, but we're always replacing the mesh. So this is the mesh. We have 3 basic tools that we're always going to use for doing a screen door or average screen, and that is your razor blade, your roller that you use to roll in the spline, and then a screwdriver, which will help you loosen the door that has the screen and get it out. Also, you'll probably want to use a screen key to get the screen door out. So what we're going to do after we've got the old mesh out and the spline removed is cut the new piece of mesh for the screen door. And for that, you just take your roll, you give yourself a couple inches on each side in case you want to go down there. Just roll it out. Once it's been rolled out, you know the measurement, you'll cut the mesh roll. To length. So now once we have our piece of mesh and it's on the frame, it's important to, it makes it easier to have a surface that isn't abrasive to the frame. Like if this frame was just sitting on asphalt, it would scratch it up. So having a rug or a blanket or a workbench somewhere to work on helps a lot. You always take the screen mesh and you start in the corner. We like to work the long side of the frame first. So you want to get this thing square onto the frame. Once you can see it's pretty square, you'll follow these little, the mesh, make sure it's lining up right. You want to grab your spline right here, get it going over there, and you want to start in the corner. So push it into the corner, here, grab your roller. If you want to come in closer, you can. Get that, roll it in. Once it's pushed in, you want to keep this. You're gonna see the mesh and want to make sure that it matches up with the frame. As you're doing this and you're rolling it in, it's forward and backwards with quite a bit of pressure. You want to be careful while you're doing it. You're pushing forward slightly and out slightly. So you can use one hand to do that, pushing and out a little bit. Once you go about 6 inches, you'll move your hand a little bit more and do it again. The most important part of doing a screen is the first side that you do. If that's straight, then the rest of it will follow.